This week on the Gentleman's Guide to Gun Control, we're going to talk about the craziest topic, safe storage laws and trigger locks. How did that get into the equation? Not quite sure, but it's definitely used by those who don't like firearms. All that and more coming up next. Back in 1997, President Clinton demonstrated his support for trigger lock legislation by issuing an executive order mandating trigger locks on all firearms of all federal law enforcement officers. Mandatory storage legislation seeks to require that firearms kept in the home be stored with a trigger or gun locking device under lock and key or in another approved way. Everybody knows that firearms must be stored securely, safely, but most gun owners don't want the government trying to dictate how we do it. There's a number of different types of locks I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. The thing that's really funky is that you can't legislate, never have been able to successfully stop craziness. You can't make a feel-good legislation work. You can't enforce it. All you can do is affect the law-abiding citizen. Right now, Massachusetts is the only state that requires that all guns be secured in a locked safe while in the home. Safe storage laws, another word for trigger lock laws. For the record, 97.3% of all statistics are made up. You know, there's not one size fits all when it comes to trigger locks. And I'm going to show you a couple that I have, because some of you have to buy them in Maryland before you can possess a firearm that you actually paid for. It has to either come with a lock or be sold with one. And they add that fee on there. It's not free. I got quite a few here that are plus $20 for the lock. Not worth it, but that's what they are. One of the most important things is that trigger locks can fail. If you're using a trigger lock to secure your home and you need ready access to that firearm, that's not what you want. So this kind of goes for storage of the guns that you're not using. You have more than your personal firearm, your safety firearm, your self-defense firearm. You have those that you use just for recreation. You have those that you use to collect, the heirlooms, all those stored in a safe place. The best place is in one big safe if you have it. Second option is wherever you can secure it so that it's out of the reach of unauthorized people, guests, kids, robbers, criminals, that kind of thing. But you can get hosed legally if somebody steals your firearm and uses it in commission of a crime. You want to be responsible, and most of us are. We don't take these things for granted, and there's too many people who want to force their opinions on us. This pistol, for example, is made with a lock built in, and it's a fear that that's one more thing that can go wrong when you need it. This is not a recreational pistol. This one is for self-defense only. So I will never use that locking mechanism if I'm carrying it with me or I'm having it for a thing. I know some people worry about folks who have a predilection to suicide. I get that. But if you're sick, if you have a sick person in your home, you got to get rid of more than just the firearms. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the household that can hurt, that can kill. Am I right? Now, I know this thing can be really crazy. And if there's demons outside and you don't want to see them, that's a whole different story. I'm just letting you know that. That got nothing to do with this. Back again to suicide. If there's somebody that you know needs help, or maybe it's you, I ask you to call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-TALK, 8255, suicide prevention line. Owning a firearm does not equate to murder. Don't let anybody try to put that together. This firearm that I keep showing you has never killed anybody. It won't kill anybody. And if it does kill somebody, it's because I did it. It's not because the gun is empowered with some special thing. Having it in my home doesn't make it so. Stuff to think about. Trigger locks, safe storage laws. Bunch of hoopla by those who don't understand. This has been Ken Blanchard from blackmanwithagun.com. Thank you for watching, subscribing to blackmanwithagun.tv. And if there's any questions, anything I can ask or answer for you, feel free to hit me back on the comments below. Until next time, shalom, baby.